Einstein's special theory of relativity lays out the whole recipe of how you can move into the future. We can easily travel forward in time, and we've known how to do that since 1905.
This is the Large Hadron Collider. And we recreate the conditions that were present less than a billionth of a second after the universe began. And actually this morning I got an email saying that we've just finished today building the last piece of Atlas. It's the biggest scientific experiment ever attempted.
The clickbait-sounding title might have you imagining monstrous, universe-swallowing anomalies emerging from the Large Hadron Collider, also known as the LHC. Rest assured, the reality is far less dramatic, but it does touch on a fascinating blend of cutting-edge science and the slight unease that can accompany the exploration of unknown frontiers.
You've never collided protons together at these energies, how do you know?
CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research in Geneva, is home to the largest and most powerful particle accelerator ever built. The LHC's massive 27-kilometer ring allows scientists to smash protons together at near light speed, recreating conditions close to the moments after the Big Bang. This allows them to study the universe's fundamental building blocks and the forces that shape our reality. CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research in Geneva, is home to the largest and most powerful particle accelerator ever built. The LHC's massive 27-kilometer ring allows scientists to smash protons together at near light speed, recreating conditions close to the moments after the Big Bang. This allows them to study the universe's fundamental building blocks and the forces that shape our reality. For the most part, CERN's discoveries unlock wonders, not terrors.
Why do we do that? Purely because we want to know how the universe works.
The confirmation of the Higgs boson, essential for our understanding of how particles have mass, was a triumph of physics. Yet lurking beneath the excitement are a few theoretical possibilities that give even seasoned scientists pause.
Are we all going to die next Wednesday? Something that took us by surprise.
When you delve into the basic structure of reality, you enter a realm where intuition breaks down. The very act of pushing knowledge forward means the potential of uncovering things we never imagined. It's a bit like those first explorers heading into uncharted waters. There could be sea monsters, but also entirely new continents. The vast energies involved in LHC collisions make them the perfect breeding ground for never-before-seen exotic particles or phenomena. While the overwhelming likelihood is that these would simply expand our understanding of physics, a tiny sliver of what-if remains. The unknown, by its very nature, carries a hint of the unpredictable.
It's very common to point out the dangers. It's very common to point out the cost.
One theoretical possibility that captures the imagination is the creation of microscopic black holes. Let's unpack why this makes some people nervous. Black holes are regions of space-time so dense that not even light can escape, leaving them as, well, black holes in our cosmic tapestry. The idea of one popping into existence, even a fleeting, minuscule one, conjures up sci-fi disaster scenarios. It's crucial to note, reputable scientists agree that even if microscopic black holes were produced at the LHC, they would be harmless. They'd evaporate almost instantly due to something called Hawking radiation. These tiny black holes wouldn't gobble up Earth. They lack the mass and would decay in a flash of energy. Yet the concept of a black hole, no matter how small, is enough to set off a tingle of unease for some. A more obscure hypothetical worry is the concept of strangelets. To explain this, we need a quick primer on quarks. They're the building blocks of protons and neutrons. Quarks come in flavors, up, down, and the heavier strange quark among others. A strangelet would be a hypothetical lump of matter mostly made up of these strange quarks. The concern here is the possibility, however remote, that a strangelet could convert ordinary matter into more strange matter. This could hypothetically trigger a chain reaction, although, again, most physicists deem the probability negligible. Still, the very idea of matter transforming on a fundamental level plays into a certain sci-fi-fueled anxiety for some people. Like any powerful tool, the technologies and knowledge emerging from CERN carry a minuscule potential for misuse. Throughout history, scientific discoveries, from fire to nuclear fission, have been both a boon and a potential tool of destruction. It's a risk inherent in the pursuit of knowledge, not one solely tied to CERN. However, some worry the discoveries stemming from high-energy particle physics could be more easily weaponized. Beyond tangible concerns, discoveries at CERN can challenge our worldview in more philosophical ways. Imagine finding out the universe has extra unseen dimensions curled up beyond our perception. Or, consider the possibility that our universe is just one among an infinite multitude, a multiverse. Such revelations can be awe-inspiring but also disquieting. They might make us feel even more insignificant in an impossibly vast reality. CERN scientists are keenly aware of the concerns that certain scenarios generate. The organization has a stellar safety record with rigorous protocols to assess theoretical risks before any experiment. Scientists at CERN understand that they operate within a society, and the pursuit of knowledge must go hand in hand with responsible research practices. It's vital to point out that the fear-mongering around CERN usually rests on misunderstandings. The likelihood of a doomsday scenario unfolding at the LHC is minuscule compared to things like asteroid impacts, supervolcano eruptions, or potentially harmful uses of artificial intelligence, far less exotic threats. The overwhelming sentiment among physicists regarding CERN is excitement. Each discovery further illuminates the intricate workings of our universe, finding new forces, unexpected particles, or a hint that our current models of physics are incomplete. These are the true breakthroughs scientists anticipate, and they tend to bring far more potential for benefit than for catastrophe. It's the same sense of wonder that drives us to explore the deepest oceans and the furthest reaches of space. Yes, the unknown can be a little scary, but for countless scientists and science enthusiasts, the awe that comes from pushing the limits of our understanding far outweighs the sliver of hypothetical risk. Research at CERN isn't about building doomsday devices hidden beneath the picturesque Swiss countryside. The quest to understand matter and energy has led to breakthroughs with tangible benefits for society. Particle detectors developed for CERN have found countless uses in medical imaging. From better cancer diagnosis to the delicate task of examining ancient scrolls without unrolling them, technologies created to peer into the hearts of atoms now save lives and preserve history. The extreme conditions of the LHC demand cutting-edge solutions. Magnets able to steer beams at such energies, supercomputers sifting through mountains of data. These innovations bleed into fields far beyond physics, advancing what's possible in various industries. Perhaps the most familiar impact CERN has had on your life is indirect. The need to share data among a global network of physicists led to the invention of the World Wide Web, forever changing how we communicate and access information. Will CERN one day uncover something truly paradigm-shifting? Perhaps a wrinkle in our current models that hints at a deeper, unified theory of the cosmos, or maybe a particle that behaves in ways that force us to re-evaluate all we know. The greatest discoveries are often those we never see coming. It's an exciting time for fundamental physics. Whether those discoveries leave us feeling awestruck, bewildered, or somewhere in between, there's no doubt that CERN will continue to play a vital role in shaping how we see the universe and our place within it. The excitement and occasional unease surrounding CERN aren't just confined to the scientific community. It has captured the public imagination, fueled in part by portrayals in popular culture. Dan Brown's novel Angels and Demons, featuring a plot around stolen antimatter from CERN, might be the most familiar example. These fictionalized depictions reflect the public fascination with CERN as a place where the very fabric of reality can be manipulated. There's a grain of truth in that idea. After all, scientists at CERN are quite literally looking to poke holes in our current understanding of physics, and that always invites a little intrigue mixed with apprehension. One of the best ways to address the fears stemming from misunderstanding is through openness and communication. CERN has active outreach programs designed to make their research accessible. From guided tours of the facility to online resources explaining the science in plain language, they actively engage with the public to address concerns and build excitement around their groundbreaking work. After all, being terrified usually stems from not fully grasping the scope and context of the science. When theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking was asked about those fears of black holes at the LHC, he quipped, "If physicists at CERN were able to create black holes, they would also likely know how to make them disappear safely." Ultimately, the conversation around CERN and its potential impact mirrors a fundamental tension within human nature. We are a curious species, an innate drive to explore and understand our world pushing us forward. Yet that same curiosity is tempered by an instinct for self-preservation, keeping us wary of the potential dangers that lurk in the unknown. The key lies in balancing those instincts. Responsible science isn't about shying away from the pursuit of knowledge, but about carefully considering risks, maintaining transparency, and having open dialogue. Time travel has always captured our imaginations, blurring the lines between science fiction and the potential for real scientific breakthroughs. Stories from individuals claiming to have traveled through time are often captivating, yet controversial. The Philadelphia experiment stands as one of the most intriguing and perplexing tales in the realm of potential real-life time travel and scientific experiments gone wrong. Legend has it that this secret operation, conducted by the US Navy in 1943, aimed to render the USS Eldridge invisible to radar, a game-changer for the military at the time. The narrative first surfaced in the 1950s through letters between Carlos Allende, also known as Carl M. Allen, and astronomer Morris K. Jessup. Allende claimed to have witnessed the USS Eldridge vanish from a shipyard, sparking Jessup's curiosity. This exchange led Jessup to explore anti-gravity and unified field theory, concepts Allende linked to the mysterious experiment in his book, The Case for the UFO. The intrigue intensified when Allende annotated Jessup's book, adding his supposed first-hand account of the event. These notes helped solidify the story's place in the world of the unexplained and speculative science. Adding a modern twist is Bob Lazar, a controversial figure who claims to have worked on alien technology at Area 51. His stories, which involve reverse engineering alien spacecraft and using element 115 for propulsion, echo the themes of the Philadelphia experiment. While unverified and met with skepticism, Lazar's claims fuel ongoing discussions about the boundaries of human technology and the possibilities of manipulating gravity and time. His story, by suggesting ongoing advancements in secret, sophisticated experiments, bridges the gap between past legends and contemporary tales of scientific marvels and conspiracies. The Philadelphia experiment, at its core, the story revolves around an ambitious goal: rendering the USS Eldridge invisible to enemy radar using advanced technology, a concept far exceeding the scientific capabilities of the 1940s. However, the tale takes a fantastical turn beyond simple invisibility. The legend claims the experiment caused the ship to completely vanish, reappear hundreds of miles away, and then return to Philadelphia. This introduces elements of teleportation and extreme spatial displacement, pushing the boundaries of scientific plausibility. Furthermore, the story alleges tragic consequences for the crew. Some are said to have fused with the ship, while others experienced severe mental trauma or vanished entirely. These claims fuel speculation about horrifying effects on human bodies due to the experiment's supposed manipulation of time and space. Despite its captivating nature, the Philadelphia experiment lacks any credible evidence. Historical records and the Navy itself firmly deny the event's occurrence. Attempts to link the experiment to scientific theories like Einstein's unified field theory fall short. This theory, which aimed to unify gravity and electromagnetism, was incomplete in the 1940s, and no scientific basis exists to suggest it could achieve the feat described in the legend. Alternative explanations attempt to ground the story in reality. Some suggest the origin of the legend lies in degaussing, a process used to protect ships from magnetic mines by temporarily altering their magnetic signature. Others propose that natural phenomena like mirages, combined with the effects of degaussing, could have been misconstrued as invisibility and teleportation. The Philadelphia experiment, while captivating, remains a story shrouded in speculation. Albilec's story adds another layer to the already complex and controversial narrative of the Philadelphia experiment. He claims to have been directly involved, going beyond the legend itself. Bielek asserts he was present on the USS Eldridge during the supposed experiment in 1943. However, His story takes a drastic turn as he alleges that he and his brother weren't just rendered invisible, but also flung through time on multiple occasions. According to his account, they found themselves transported to the year 2137 and even further into the future, staying in the year 2749 for an extended period. Bielek's portrayal of 2137 paints a fascinating picture of a future brimming with advancements in technology, medicine, and society. It's important to remember that these claims are speculative and lack evidence, but they can still spark our imaginations. In this future, healthcare undergoes a revolution thanks to the fusion of bioengineering and nanotechnology. Imagine a world where regenerative medicine allows doctors to regrow organs and limbs, effectively curing diseases once thought impossible. Nanobots could navigate the human body, precisely targeting diseased cells and performing intricate surgeries. Additionally, genetic engineering could potentially eradicate inherited diseases, enhance human capabilities, and even extend lifespans. The world of 2137 also grapples with the consequences of climate change. To combat this, people have developed solutions for environmental recovery and adaptation. Technologies like carbon capture and storage aim to reverse the effects of climate change and restore the planet's balance. Cities are transformed into green havens, with vertical farming, green roofs, and renewable energy sources becoming the norm. Large-scale projects focus on rewilding oceans and forests, promoting biodiversity and ecological health. Societal changes are just as striking in Bielek's vision. Income inequality shrinks significantly, thanks to a combination of factors like universal basic income, fair access to education and healthcare, and advanced automation. This shift in focus from material wealth fosters a culture that values well-being and collective prosperity. Governance becomes more decentralized, with technology enabling new forms of direct democracy, where citizens actively participate in decision-making. While unverified, Bielek's vision of the future serves as a thought-provoking exploration of what lies ahead. It encourages us to consider the potential consequences of our actions on technology, the environment, and society, prompting us to think critically about how we can shape a better future for ourselves and generations to come. Now, going more into the future, Bielek's vision of 2749 takes us even further, depicting a world dramatically transformed by astounding technological leaps. Let's explore these claims and consider the potential implications. Imagine cities no longer bound to the ground but gracefully hovering in the sky. Advanced materials science could make this possible, with these structures boasting lightweight yet incredibly strong designs, and incorporating self-sufficient ecosystems to minimize energy needs. Renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and potentially even fusion power would likely fuel these marvels of engineering. Connecting them would be a network of advanced transportation systems. Vehicles utilizing anti-gravity or maglev technology could enable swift, eco-friendly travel, possibly even operating in near-vacuum conditions for mind-blowing speeds. Bielek's vision extends beyond physical advancements, venturing into the realm of human potential. His claims suggest the development of telepathy and other psychic abilities. This would imply a profound understanding of the human brain, potentially achieved through breakthroughs in neuroscience. Imagine telepathic communication becoming the norm, completely revolutionizing social interaction, education, and even professional landscapes. New norms, legal frameworks, and etiquette might be needed to navigate this brave new world of direct thought exchange. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Bielek's 2749 is the concept of AI governance. This implies the existence of highly advanced artificial general intelligence, capable of complex decision-making across various domains. Such an AI would need to be instilled with strong ethical frameworks and a deep understanding of human values to govern effectively. Imagine an AI predicting societal issues, optimizing resource allocation, and managing infrastructure, potentially operating through a decentralized network for real-time decision-making. However, this vision also raises critical questions. How would we ensure autonomy, accountability, and the balance of power in such a scenario? Mechanisms for oversight, human involvement in decision-making, and safeguarding individual rights would be paramount in navigating this uncharted territory. While Bielek's claims remain unproven, they spark our imagination and prompt us to consider the potential directions of future advancements.
Very interesting building. It's got a slope of probably about 30 degrees, which are hangar doors. And it has textured paint on it, but it looks like sand. It's made to look like the side of the mountain that it's in, whether it's to disguise it from satellite photographs or what. This came from somewhere else. I mean, as bizarre as that is to believe, but I mean, it's there. I saw it. I know what the current state of the art is in physics, and it can't be done.
This stuff is landing or crashing around the world, and unexpected countries have had this happen. Like, what the hell just crashed in northern Italy? That is not ours, but let's look at it together.
Imagine a world where the government possesses alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. That's the wild claim made by David Grush, a former intelligence officer with a serious resume. He served in the Air Force, worked for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and even the National Reconnaissance Office. Now he's saying the government has been hiding a decades-long operation to recover and study crashed UFOs and their pilots.
How many crash retrieval incidents have there been?
It is double digit. The specific numbers I do know, however, I can't discuss that.
Grush says this program involves multiple government agencies and private companies, all working together in secret. They'd be recovering both intact alien vehicles and wreckage from crashes. If this is true, it means the government has had proof of extraterrestrial life for a long time, but has kept it all under wraps.
It is a reverse engineering program to garner some kind of insight.
Think about it, intact alien spacecraft. Imagine the technology they could hold. We could learn about advanced propulsion, materials science, and way more than we even know exists. Even the wreckage would be a treasure trove of information about how these crafts work, and it gets even more interesting. Grush claims defense contractors are involved too. These companies often have the top-notch facilities and expertise needed to analyze and even try to understand how these alien technologies work. It all paints a picture of a joint effort between the military, intelligence agencies, and private companies, all working together to unlock the secrets of extraterrestrial technology. Pretty mind-blowing stuff, right? Okay, so we talked about the bombshell claims that the government might be hiding alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. But if all that technology is real, what would it mean for us mere Earthlings? Buckle up, because things are about to get even more mind-bending. Imagine spaceships that can cheat the speed of light or even bend gravity itself. That's the kind of stuff whistleblowers like David Grush are talking about. This could completely redefine space exploration, making it possible to visit distant galaxies in a fraction of the time it takes now. The possibilities for scientific discovery and understanding the universe would be mind-boggling. But it's not just spaceships. The materials used in these crafts could be unlike anything we've ever seen, potentially stronger, lighter, and even able to withstand the inferno of a star. This could revolutionize all sorts of industries, from building lighter and safer airplanes to creating next-generation medical equipment that could withstand extreme environments. Imagine the incredible advancements in fields like transportation, construction, and even everyday consumer goods. Then there's the whole energy question. If aliens have cracked the code on unknown energy sources, like harnessing the free energy from the universe itself, it could be a game-changer. We could ditch fossil fuels and switch to clean, renewable energy sources practically overnight. This would not only have a profound impact on the environment, but could also usher in a new era of global cooperation and energy independence. Now, the idea of alien weapons is a bit scary. We wouldn't want any hostile forces getting their hands on super-powered ray guns, right? But there's another side to the coin. If we had advanced defensive technology, it could actually deter potential aggressors and promote peace through superior defensive capabilities. Imagine a world where the threat of large-scale conflict is significantly reduced because no one wants to mess with a civilization wielding unimaginable technology. So, whether these claims are true or not, one thing's for sure: the potential implications are staggering. They could rewrite the course of human history in ways we can't even begin to imagine. It could usher in a new era of scientific discovery, technological advancement, and even global peace. But it's important to remember that these are just hypothetical scenarios based on unconfirmed claims. However, They do serve as a thought-provoking reminder of the vast potential that lies beyond our current understanding of the universe. We delved into the claims of whistleblowers like Bob Lazar and David Grush, who allege the government is hiding alien spaceships and technology. Now let's zoom in on Lazar's specific story, which is filled with mind-bending ideas and controversy.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
One of Lazar's central claims is gravity wave propulsion, a concept suggesting these alien spacecraft could manipulate the fabric of space and time itself for movement. Imagine them creating a bubble of warped space, allowing them to travel at phenomenal speeds, perhaps even exceeding the speed of light. Lazar went a step further, elaborating on how this propulsion system supposedly works. He introduced a special element, element 115, which he claimed was the key ingredient. According to him, this element, when stimulated with protons, could generate an incredibly strong gravitational field that could then be harnessed for propulsion. It also allegedly functioned as a limitless energy source for the entire spacecraft. Now here's where things get complicated. Scientists haven't found any evidence to support Lazar's claims. The element he described, element 115, actually exists and is now called moscovium, but it bears no resemblance to what Lazar described. Real moscovium is highly unstable and wouldn't be capable of the feats Lazar attributed to element 115. Adding to the skepticism, scientists have pointed out inconsistencies between Lazar's explanations and established principles of physics and materials science. Additionally, the absence of publicly available proof or demonstrable prototypes of the technology fuels further doubt. Another significant aspect of Lazar's story is the alleged government cover-up. He claims the government went to extraordinary lengths to conceal this extraterrestrial technology, from implementing stringent security clearances to supposedly harassing him after he went public. While some individuals believe him, others point to discrepancies in his background that raise questions about his credibility. So where do we stand? The truth is, we simply don't know. While Lazar's claims are undoubtedly intriguing, the lack of scientific evidence leaves them shrouded in mystery. Decades apart, two names have emerged, Bob Lazar and David Grush, and their stories share some striking similarities that raise some mind-boggling questions. Let's rewind to the 1980s. Bob Lazar bursts onto the scene, claiming he wasn't just tinkering with gadgets in his garage. He was reverse engineering alien spacecraft at a secret facility near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to Lazar, these spacecraft defied the laws of physics as we know them, using anti-gravity propulsion fueled by an element unknown to science, which he called element 115. Fast forward to the present day, and we have David Grush, a former intelligence officer with a distinguished military background, making waves with his own set of extraordinary claims. Grush alleges that the US government, through various agencies and in collaboration with defense contractors, has been actively involved in the retrieval and analysis of crashed extraterrestrial vehicles and even biological remains. These crafts, he says, possess technology and materials far surpassing anything humanity has ever seen. If these claims were true, the implications would be nothing short of mind-blowing. It wouldn't just confirm the existence of extraterrestrial life, but also suggest that we've been secretly studying their incredibly advanced technology for decades. Imagine spaceships defying gravity, materials stronger than diamond, and who knows what other scientific breakthroughs waiting to be unlocked. Both Lazar and Grush paint a picture of a government working tirelessly to keep this information under wraps. They describe a web of secrecy, with stringent security measures, compartmentalized information, and alleged attempts to silence anyone who dares to speak up. Their reasoning: national security concerns and the desire to maintain a technological edge over other countries. Now, it's important to acknowledge that these are extraordinary claims, and extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Lazar's story, while captivating, has been met with skepticism due to the lack of verifiable evidence and inconsistencies in his background. However, he has remained a central figure in UFO enthusiast circles, inspiring countless documentaries and discussions. Grush, on the other hand, comes with a background in intelligence and the military, which might lend his claims a different level of credibility. However, like Lazar, he faces challenges in providing concrete evidence that can be publicly verified. So what does it all mean? As of now, the truth remains shrouded in mystery. These are just stories, and until something concrete emerges, they'll likely continue to be debated and dissected by believers and skeptics alike. But one thing's for sure, they spark our imaginations and leave us pondering the vast unknown that lies beyond our planet. After all, the universe is a fascinating place, and who knows what secrets it might still hold.
Did you knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation? No.
I mean, it's to be on that cutting edge of technology is so alluring to me.
Bob Lazar's tale reads like a page ripped from a science fiction novel, yet it's a narrative he's presented as his own real-life experience, captivating those intrigued by the mysteries of ufology for years. Imagine a young scientist, previously working on a classified particle accelerator project at Los Alamos National Laboratory, catching the eye of military contractors. This isn't the plot of a movie. It's how Lazar describes the beginning of his journey into the depths of one of the most secretive projects related to extraterrestrial technology.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
Lazar claims he was whisked away to work at a site known as S4, a place so shrouded in mystery it could easily be mistaken for a mirage in the Nevada desert, just a stone's throw from the infamous Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, you know, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to him, S4 was ingeniously camouflaged against the desert backdrop, designed to be invisible to the untrained eye and to keep prying eyes at bay. The security at S4, as Lazar recounts, was nothing short of what you'd expect for a facility rumored to house the secrets of the universe. Armed guards, surveillance cameras at every turn, and an advanced security system that could read the very bones in your hand. It was clear that whatever was being hidden here was of paramount importance. Lazar paints a picture of a work environment governed by the principle of need to know, where information was doled out sparingly, ensuring that the secrets of S4 remained just that, secrets.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No.
At the heart of Lazar's extraordinary claims are his alleged encounters with 9 different extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with its own unique design and capabilities. Among these, the Sport model stands out, a disc-shaped craft that seems to leap from the pages of a 1950s sci-fi magazine.
There were 3 seats. They sat around, the reactor was in the dead center of it, and then equidistant around there were 3 seats. And that's all.
He describes being part of a team tasked with reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these crafts, systems that defied all known laws of physics.
Look, everyone doesn't necessarily start at a steam engine and go to an internal combustion engine and then, you know, electric power, nuclear power, and go up the ladder that we come on.
Central to these propulsion systems, Lazar claims, was element 115, a substance not even recognized by science at the time of his disclosures, but later added to the periodic table as moscovium. This element, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking anti-gravity propulsion, allowing these crafts to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for any human-made machine. Lazar provides vivid descriptions of the craft's interiors, specifically the Sport model, which was equipped with a central reactor and 3 gravity amplifiers. These components, he says, could manipulate gravitational waves, allowing the craft to bend space-time and travel at unimaginable speeds. It's a concept that, if true, would revolutionize our understanding of travel and propulsion. In 1989, Lazar decided to bring his story to the public, sharing his experiences in interviews that would ignite a firestorm of debate and speculation. His claims were met with skepticism, as many questioned the veracity of his education, employment background, and the feasibility of the technologies he described. In 1989, Bob Lazar did something that would forever change the landscape of ufology and how the world views the secretive military base known as Area 51.
How would you describe it?
I guess within the Area 51 compound, you can call that a subset of Area 51.
With a mixture of concern and a sense of duty, Lazar stepped into the spotlight on Las Vegas television, guided by investigative reporter George Knapp. He wasn't seeking fame. Instead, he was driven by a belief that the public had the right to know about the advanced technology he claimed was being concealed by the government. His revelations opened a Pandora's box, challenging us to question the boundaries of our knowledge and what mysteries the government might be keeping from us. However, Lazar's extraordinary tales were met with a healthy dose of skepticism. Critics were quick to point out the inconsistencies in his narrative, the apparent absence of evidence to back his claims, and the puzzling gaps in his academic and professional history. These controversies have swirled around Lazar, casting shadows of doubt on his credibility.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
Yet, despite the skepticism, Lazar's story has ignited a global conversation, thrusting Area 51 from the shadows of obscurity into the glaring light of public curiosity. Lazar's impact on the cultural zeitgeist cannot be understated. His allegations have fueled the imagination of millions, leading to an explosion of documentaries, books, and heated debates. Area 51, once just another top-secret military site, is now synonymous with alien technology and cover-ups, thanks in no small part to Lazar. His claims have kept the conversation about UFOs and the potential for alien contact alive, engaging a new generation of seekers and skeptics alike. The debate over Lazar's credibility continues to rage, with opinions sharply divided. Yet, regardless of where one stands on the issue, it's clear that his narrative has significantly shaped the discourse on extraterrestrial technology and government transparency. Bob Lazar's tales of his time working on alien spacecraft give us a peek into what sounds like the set of a sci-fi movie, especially when he talks about the sport model UFO. Picture this: a sleek, disc-shaped craft that seems to have leaped right out of the pages of a UFO conspiracy theory into reality. Lazar says this design isn't just for show, it's about aerodynamic efficiency. Imagine a vehicle that glides through space, air, and maybe even water with the greatest of ease. Its disc shape cutting down on resistance and allowing it to zip in any direction it pleases. It's the ultimate in alien engineering, blending the iconic look we've all come to associate with flying saucers with practical design features that make interstellar travel a breeze. But let's get down to specifics. According to Lazar, the sport model isn't some behemoth mothership.
What is roughly the size of this thing?
We came up with 52 feet in diameter.
This compact size hints at a craft designed for nimbleness, perhaps used for quick trips across the cosmos rather than carrying loads of extraterrestrial passengers. And it's not just any old material making up the exterior of this UFO.
There are no, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere.
Lazar describes it as a smooth metallic surface, suggesting it's built to survive the harsh conditions of space travel. From withstanding the bombardment of cosmic radiation to shrugging off the impact of micrometeorites, this material, whatever it is, sounds like it's pretty tough stuff. Lazar even hints that it might be some kind of unknown alloy or advanced metamaterial, specially chosen for its propulsion and stealth capabilities. Diving into Bob Lazar's account of the sport model UFO, he paints a picture of an alien craft that's as intriguing on the inside as it is on the outside. According to Lazar, this isn't just a flying disc, it's a marvel of extraterrestrial architecture cleverly divided into 3 levels, each with a distinct purpose. It's like the designers, whoever or whatever they might be, took a page out of human engineering books but then added a twist that's out of this world. Starting at the bottom, the lower level of the craft is where all the magic happens, so to speak. Here lies the heart of the UFO's propulsion system, equipped with 3 gravity amplifiers and their waveguides. These aren't your average engine parts. They're the components that supposedly allow the craft to bend gravity to its will, making it possible to zip across the cosmos with ease. The strategic placement of these amplifiers at the craft's base is a thoughtful touch, ensuring stability and a smooth distribution of gravitational energy. Moving up to the middle deck, we find the crew's quarters. Given the UFO's overall dimensions, space here is at a premium, designed for occupants a bit smaller than your average human. This level likely packs in the essentials for life support and day-to-day operations, although Lazar leaves us guessing on the specifics of how these systems cater to the needs of its non-human users. It's a compact, efficient layout that makes you wonder about the daily lives of its extraterrestrial crew. At the top, the craft features a control hub that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction saga. The navigation and control systems here are said to be unlike anything we're familiar with, possibly incorporating holographic displays or even direct neural connections for piloting the craft. It suggests a level of technology and user interface design that humanity can only dream of, tailored for beings with physical traits quite different from our own. Lazar also notes an astonishing detail about the UFO's construction. There are no visible seams, rivets, or any signs of how it was put together. It's as if the entire craft was manufactured in one piece, hinting at a process that could involve molecular-level precision or materials that self-assemble. The overall design, with its disc shape and thoughtful distribution of internal systems, speaks to a philosophy where adaptability and efficiency are paramount, ensuring the craft can handle whatever the universe throws its way. Central to his eye-opening claims is the propulsion system of these alien crafts, powered by something straight out of a sci-fi novel, Element 115, or Moscovium, as it's known today. Back when Lazar first shared his experiences, Moscovium was a mere hypothesis, absent from the periodic table and unfathomable to mainstream science. Yet, according to him, this element was the key to unlocking gravity-defying travel across the cosmos. Lazar's description of using Element 115 sounds like alchemy of the future. He talks about a stable isotope of this element, undiscovered and unproduced on Earth, that could harness immense energy through an antimatter reaction. We're talking about converting tiny amounts of material into vast amounts of power, enough to fuel the craft's journey through the stars. This process, according to Lazar, could generate gravitational fields, propelling the spacecraft in ways that defy our current understanding of physics. But how exactly does this craft move? Enter the gravity amplifiers. Lazar describes these as the linchpins of the spacecraft's navigation, capable of bending gravity to the craft's will. With 3 of these amplifiers on board, the craft could maneuver with unparalleled agility, hovering, taking off vertically, and gliding in any direction as if the laws of motion were mere suggestions. This isn't just about speeding through space, it's about reshaping the fabric of reality to move from point A to point B. The implications of such technology are staggering, offering a glimpse into a mode of travel that could take us to the stars and beyond without breaking a sweat. Lazar's accounts, whether you choose to believe them or not, ignite the imagination and challenge us to consider the possibilities that might lie just beyond the edge of our current scientific understanding.
To think that somebody was here 5,000 years ago organising this, and to think we can come now and witness what they planned, that is a miracle. I think it must be as close to immortality as you could hope to get. To build something and have people come along to watch it in perfect working order 5,000 years after you've lived.
Find out what's happening here at the mound now. We spoke to Professor O'Kelly.
Well, the monument, as you have heard, is 4,000 years old and now needs some repairs. We should do some investigation around the edge of the mound before these repairs are undertaken. We have a quite new and intriguing problem to solve, perhaps next year when we can excavate farther into the mound.
On a remote hill in the rolling countryside of Ireland lies a monument shrouded in mystery. This ancient structure, known as Newgrange, has perplexed archaeologists, historians, and scientists for centuries. It is not merely a burial site, it is a marvel of prehistoric engineering.
It is one of the largest, one of the most highly decorated tombs of this type in Western Europe.
But more than that, it may be the key to a deeper secret, a celestial code, perhaps the world's first star map, etched in stone by a civilization long before the written word. Newgrange was rediscovered by accident in 1699 when labourers, working for landowner Charles Campbell, unearthed the entrance while quarrying stone. What they found was extraordinary. A massive mound, circled by 97 enormous curbstones, some engraved with swirling patterns that seemed to dance with ancient meaning. The true purpose of the structure has remained elusive ever since. Was it a tomb, a monument to the dead, or did it serve a far greater purpose? The monument is enormous, standing 12 meters tall and covering over an acre. Its construction required an estimated 200,000 tons of stone and earth. Some of these stones, weighing up to 10 tons each, were transported from quarries up to 80 kilometers away. Without modern machinery, how did ancient builders move such massive stones, and for what purpose?
How did this great big stone and so many of them get up here?
We think that many of these big stones were lying about on the land surface since the end of the Ice Age.
At the heart of Newgrange is a narrow passage leading to a central chamber. This passage aligns perfectly with the rising sun on the winter solstice. For a few brief moments, the sun's rays illuminate the chamber, casting light on the stone carvings within. This celestial alignment is no accident. It suggests that the builders of Newgrange possessed a sophisticated understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering, an astonishing achievement for a culture from 3200 BCE. The carved symbols, spirals, lozenges, and circular motifs further add to the intrigue.
I think you can see here this panel of zigzag or chevron ornamentation.
Scholars have debated their meaning for centuries. Are they simple decorations, or do they hold a deeper significance? Some suggest that the spirals might represent celestial patterns, an ancient map of the stars. Others believe the carvings may have been used to track the movement of the sun and moon, creating an early calendar system. But perhaps Newgrange wasn't just an observatory. Some researchers suggest it could be the earliest known attempt to map the cosmos, a structure designed to help its builders navigate the heavens. It raises the question: how did people in an era before written records possess such precise astronomical knowledge? The accuracy with which Newgrange was built has sparked intense debate. The positioning of the passageway so that the sun reaches its innermost chamber on the exact day of the winter solstice seems almost impossible to achieve without advanced tools. Did the builders rely solely on generations of careful observation, or might they have had access to lost knowledge? Some speculate that Newgrange is the product of an advanced, forgotten civilization, one whose understanding of the cosmos and engineering far surpassed what we thought possible for the time. In the nearby Boyne Valley, other monuments such as Noth and Douth also show striking astronomical alignments. These sites appear to form a connected complex, with each monument playing a role in a grand cosmic design. The region may have been a center of celestial observation, with its monuments serving as more than just tombs, but as places of knowledge, perhaps even communication with the stars. The transportation of massive stones across great distances adds another layer of mystery. The granite slabs, some weighing up to 10 tons, were quarried from sites 80 kilometers away. The builders' ability to move these stones without modern technology remains an unanswered question. Did they use basic tools, or could they have possessed techniques that have been lost to time? This leads us to one of the most tantalizing ideas surrounding Newgrange, the possibility of a global connection between ancient structures. The precision seen at Newgrange mirrors that found in other megalithic sites, such as Stonehenge in England and the pyramids of Egypt. These monuments, spread across continents, all show extraordinary astronomical precision. Could they be part of a larger ancient network, linked by a shared purpose? Perhaps even a shared origin? As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Newgrange, we are left with more questions than answers. Some suggest that these monuments were part of a prehistoric effort to chart the cosmos. Others propose more radical theories that the builders were influenced by an unknown advanced culture, or even extraterrestrial beings who shared their knowledge of the stars with early humans. While these ideas remain speculative, the mysteries of Newgrange continue to captivate researchers. What if the purpose of Newgrange goes far beyond our current understanding? Could it hold the key to unlocking a forgotten chapter of human history, one in which our ancestors were far more advanced than we ever imagined? As our exploration of Newgrange deepens, we begin to see it as more than just a tomb or a monument to the dead. The precise alignment of its passage with the winter solstice suggests that it may have been used as a kind of Stone Age observatory, a tool for tracking the sun and the stars, and possibly much more. Let's examine the carvings once again. The spirals and other motifs may not be random decorations. Some researchers have proposed that these designs represent the movement of celestial bodies, early attempts to chart the sky. If this is true, then Newgrange could be one of the oldest star maps in existence, created by a culture that sought to understand their place in the universe through the study of the heavens. But Newgrange is not the only site where these motifs appear. Similar symbols have been found on ancient monuments across the globe, from the deserts of the American Southwest to the mountains of Peru. This raises a fascinating question. Were these cultures, separated by vast distances, somehow connected? Could they have shared knowledge of the stars, despite the geographical barriers? One of the most intriguing aspects of Newgrange is the possibility that its builders possessed knowledge that has since been lost. How else can we explain the precision of its construction or the complexity of the carvings? Some researchers suggest that there may have been a forgotten civilization, one with a profound understanding of astronomy and engineering that passed this knowledge down through generations. In recent years, new technologies have allowed scientists to take a closer look at Newgrange. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed hidden chambers and passageways beneath the surface, suggesting that the monument is far more complex than previously thought. What secrets might these undiscovered areas hold? Could they provide further evidence of the monument's astronomical purpose? Nearby, the mound at Noth adds to the intrigue. This site contains over 200 decorated stones, making it one of the largest concentrations of megalithic art in Europe. Like Newgrange, Noth shows evidence of astronomical alignment, with its passages oriented toward both the equinoxes and the solstices. These sites may have formed a kind of prehistoric observatory complex, where ancient astronomers gathered to study the movements of the heavens. But the mysteries don't end there. Some theorists believe that the purpose of Newgrange and other ancient monuments has been deliberately hidden. They argue that the true nature of these sites has been suppressed by modern institutions, fearing what it might reveal about the origins of human civilization. If Newgrange truly is a star map, what does that say about the level of knowledge possessed by its builders? Could the alignment of these ancient monuments with celestial bodies be evidence of a forgotten age of exploration, an era when humans sought to map not just the Earth, but the heavens as well? Or is there a more profound explanation, one that challenges everything we thought we knew about our ancestors? As new discoveries continue to emerge, one thing is certain: Newgrange is a monument to a forgotten people who understood the universe in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. The more we learn about this ancient structure, the clearer it becomes that its secrets may hold the key to understanding our place in the cosmos. What other revelations await us as we continue to explore Newgrange and its sister monuments? Could this be the world's first star map? A gift from an advanced civilization, or perhaps even a message from beyond our world? The mystery continues to unfold, and with it, our understanding of the past grows ever more complex. The answers may be closer than we think.
As society got more advanced in this time, it seems we have less and less dependence on astronomy. Why would astronomy play as big of a role in them, where everything is pointing to X, Y, and Z stars?
Well, first of all, let's consider what we mean by advanced. What is an advanced civilization? Are we really an advanced civilization? That is one of the mistakes in looking for a quote-unquote advanced civilization in the past, is that we tend to be looking for ourselves.
Nestled in the verdant landscape of County Meath, Ireland, Newgrange stands as one of Europe's most enigmatic prehistoric monuments. This ancient passage tomb, part of the larger Brú-na-Bóinne complex, is renowned for its precise alignment with the winter solstice sunrise.
On the summer solstice, you're going to see the sun rising far to the north of east. Go there on the winter solstice, you're going to see it far to the south of east.
Constructed over 5,000 years ago, Newgrange has captivated scholars and visitors with its mysterious origins, intricate megalithic art, and its dual role as a ceremonial site and burial place. Its discovery and study have peeled back the layers of Neolithic society, revealing their engineering prowess and deep spiritual and astronomical understandings.
And that's why we get the astrological ages. Again, mainstream science sneers at these things.
Interestingly, while Newgrange was known to the local population of the Boyne Valley, it didn't capture the attention of scholars and historians until much later.
To think that somebody was here 5,000 years ago, I think it must be as close to immortality as you could hope to get to.
The journey of rediscovering Newgrange began before the scholarly world took an interest, when it was merely part of the local folklore and agricultural landscape. It wasn't until the late 17th century that it started to draw scholarly eyes, notably through the works of Sir William Wilde in the 19th century. Wilde, better known as the father of playwright Oscar Wilde, was an accomplished antiquarian who documented various archaeological sites across Ireland. His works laid the groundwork for future explorations, though the most pivotal moment for Newgrange came in 1699 during an everyday activity: road construction.
A lot of archaeology that gets done doesn't get done because of a targeted search. It may be because a dam is being built or a new highway is being built.
The landowner, Charles Campbell, needing stones for building a road, directed his workers to the large mound on his property. As they dug into the mound, they unexpectedly broke through to a main passageway, unveiling the entrance to what they would soon realize was an ancient passage tomb. This accidental breakthrough led the workers to explore the inner chambers and passageways, where they discovered human bones and possible grave goods, suggesting that the site was used as a burial ground. These initial, albeit informal excavations began to reveal the megalithic art and the structural complexity that Newgrange housed.
I can't help thinking time capsule, that there was an intention to preserve this.
Recognizing the potential importance of the site, Campbell made initial records of the discoveries. However, these records were quite rudimentary and didn't capture the full archaeological value of the site. As word spread, Newgrange began attracting visitors and curiosity seekers by the early 18th century, turning it into an early form of a tourist attraction. These early tourists left behind accounts that provide a valuable perspective on the site's condition and the public perception over the centuries. The rekindled interest in Newgrange had a significant impact on the study of Neolithic Ireland, leading to more systematic studies and eventually to the extensive excavations carried out by Michael J. O'Kelly in the 20th century.
First of all, Professor, how did this great big stone and so many of them get up here?
Many of these big stones were lying about on the land surface since the end of the Ice Age.
An interesting comparison can be drawn between the rediscovery of Newgrange and the uncovering of Pompeii in 1748, where workers constructing a palace for the King of Naples accidentally stumbled upon the remains of the city, buried since 79 AD by volcanic ash from Mount Vesuvius. Both discoveries, made during routine construction, opened windows into ancient civilizations, offering unprecedented insights into their daily lives, spiritual beliefs, and practices. However, while Pompeii provides a snapshot frozen in time, Newgrange offers a glimpse into a far older, less understood epoch spanning several millennia, bridging our modern world with the deep past of ancient societies. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of Newgrange, it's clear that this ancient site holds more than just historical significance. It serves as a testament to the evolutionary journey of archaeological interpretation itself. Beginning in the 19th century, Newgrange started to capture the scientific imagination thanks to its enigmatic allure and the intricate carvings adorning its stones. Early archaeologists and antiquarians meticulously documented the site, establishing a detailed record of its dimensions, carvings, and overall structure. These foundational studies were pivotal in beginning to understand the complex nature of this prehistoric monument. Initially classified as a passage tomb in the early 20th century, a typical Neolithic structure characterized by a circular mound with a long, narrow passage leading to a central chamber, Newgrange aligned well with other similar European structures based on its architectural features and the human remains discovered within. However, modern interpretations have suggested a broader role for Newgrange, hinting at its function as a ceremonial or ritual site due to its elaborate construction, astronomical alignments, and extensive use of symbolic artwork. This suggests that Newgrange might have served multiple communal purposes throughout the centuries, far beyond its initial categorization as merely a burial place. The mid-20th century brought about a transformation in our understanding of Newgrange, spearheaded by Professor Michael J. O'Kelly's groundbreaking excavations from 1962 to 1975.
We have a quite new and intriguing problem to solve. Perhaps next year, when we can excavate farther into the mound.
His extensive and scientifically rigorous work systematically revealed the structural integrity and design of the site, showing how the Neolithic builders expertly constructed the mound and its internal passages. Among his most notable discoveries was the winter solstice illumination, a phenomenon where the sunrise on the shortest day of the year illuminates the main passage and chamber through a specially designed roof box. This discovery confirmed that Newgrange was precisely aligned with astronomical events, indicating a sophisticated understanding of solar movements by its builders. However, O'Kelly's restoration efforts, particularly the reconstruction of the white quartz facade, stirred both acclaim and controversy. While these efforts aimed to protect and stabilize the structure, some critics argued that they might not truly reflect the site's original appearance. Despite these debates, O'Kelly's work has been crucial in preserving Newgrange for future generations and maintaining its status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. An interesting theory that has emerged about Newgrange is its potential role in shamanic practices.
That advanced civilization emerged out of shamanism itself.
Some scholars suggest that the intricate carvings inside the tomb, especially the spirals and other geometric motifs, could represent shamanic visions or cosmological maps.
Shamans are very observant of the cosmos and of what is going on in the cosmos.
According to this theory, Newgrange might have served as a sacred space where shamans entered trance states, with the winter solstice light acting as a catalyst for celestial journeys or communication with the ancestral spirits. The site features a unique architectural element known as the roof box, ingeniously designed to allow sunlight to penetrate the passage at sunrise on the shortest day of the year. This small aperture is strategically positioned to catch the first rays of the sun as it rises, illuminating the inner chamber in a breathtaking display of ancient precision. The significance of this event extends beyond its architectural marvel. It lasts approximately 17 minutes and is believed to have held profound ceremonial importance for the Neolithic community. Scholars suggest that this phenomenon might have symbolized the rebirth of the sun, heralding a new year and promising renewal for the community. It likely served as a moment of social and religious reawakening, reinforcing the community's connection with the cosmos and marking a time of celebration and reverence. Today, the allure of Newgrange during the winter solstice continues to draw crowds from around the globe. A lottery system is now in place to manage the number of visitors who wish to experience the solstice from inside the chamber, highlighting the enduring spiritual significance of this ancient observance. The experience offers a unique glimpse into the past, allowing modern visitors to connect with the astronomical achievements of an ancient civilization. Notably, human bones found within the chambers suggest that Newgrange was used as a burial site, though not uniformly across all chambers. This selective usage adds to the mystery of Newgrange, indicating it may have served multiple functions, possibly as a final resting place for important members of the community. Drawing a parallel with another marvel of ancient engineering, the Egyptian pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, we see a similar integration of astronomical knowledge into architectural design. Like Newgrange, the Great Pyramid is precisely aligned with celestial events, thought to have been oriented with the pole star of the time, Polaris. This alignment not only underscores their function as tombs or temples, but also as calendars or astronomical observatories, embedding the movements of the sun, moon, and stars into their structures. Both Newgrange and the Great Pyramid stand as testaments to the advanced astronomical understanding of their builders, bridging the earthly and the divine in their monumental designs.
Are there good aliens and bad aliens,
good
from what you
aliens
know?
and bad aliens and all kinds of ways and reasons for interacting with us. You know, there's a misconception here. People think that our space brothers would bring us good things. The EBEs are so advanced, they're at least 500 million years advanced from us, and probably more.
Now, can they exist among us?
It's my understanding they can only last about 20 minutes in this air.
Anuradhapura, one of Sri Lanka's most significant historical cities, was the capital of an ancient empire that ruled the region for over 1,000 years. Known as the Land of Kings, it was a center of Sri Lankan culture and home to magnificent Buddhist monuments. Among its ruins is the 40-acre Ranmasu Uyana, or Golden Fish Park, a royal garden with lush pathways, pools, and engraved illustrations. However, the most intriguing feature of this park is not a monument, but an enigmatic carving known as Sakwala Chakraya, or the universe cycle, which remains one of the most mysterious ancient artifacts not only in Sri Lanka, but globally. So what is Sakwala Chakraya? Who built it and why? We'll break it down and uncover Sakwala Chakraya's hidden secrets. Sakwala Chakraya is a 6-foot-wide carving made up of 7 concentric circles, divided by vertical and horizontal lines, filled with crossed circles and other symbols. The outer ring depicts various marine animals. Despite its intricate design, archaeologists and historians are baffled by its origins and purpose. It stands out among the other carvings in Anuradhapura, as it bears no resemblance to traditional Buddhist iconography found elsewhere in Sri Lanka or the world. This anomaly has left experts wondering how it came to exist in a city filled with monuments from the Anuradhapura Empire, which began in 377 BCE. What makes Sakwala Chakraya even more puzzling is that it is absent from historical records meticulously kept by the Anuradhapura Empire and Buddhist monasteries. These records provide detailed accounts of the empire's architecture, religious practices, and daily life, yet they do not mention the creation, function, or even existence of Sakwala Chakraya. Some scientists have speculated that the carving could be up to 6,500 years old, possibly making it one of the world's oldest. One of the earliest studies on Sakwala Chakraya was conducted by British archaeologist H.C.P. Bell in 1911. Bell theorized that the carving represented Buddhist notions of the universe, describing its concentric circles and surrounding symbols as representations of cosmic elements. However, this explanation fell apart when researchers noted that the carving's design did not match any known Buddhist universe depictions, which prompted further speculation. Some suggested that Sakwala Chakraya might be a blueprint for a technical project, like an irrigation system or a place for discussion, as indicated by the 4 seats carved into the rock nearby. Recent interpretations of Sakwala Chakraya propose that the carving resembles modern electrical diagrams. The concentric circles may represent electromagnetic waves, while symbols resembling satellite antennas and circuit components have sparked theories that the carving could be an ancient electrical blueprint. Though these ideas may seem far-fetched, they have gained attention due to the remarkable resemblance between the carving's symbols and modern technical diagrams. Additionally, the possibility of ancient civilizations using electricity is not entirely dismissed by some researchers, though it remains speculative. Even more extraordinary are local legends, which claim Sakwala Chakraya is a stargate, a portal to other parts of the universe. According to Sri Lankan epics, this stargate allowed gods to travel between Earth and distant cosmic destinations. Many people believe that the carving holds a secret code that, when activated, could open the stargate. Some tantric Buddhist monks still meditate in front of the carving, hoping to unlock its potential. Although this theory is dismissed by mainstream science, paranormal researcher Praveen Mohan added to the mystery in 2019 when he detected unusual energy emissions from the carving using an EMF detector. Further investigations of Anuradhapura reveal that its ancient builders possessed remarkable astronomical knowledge. A study in 1996 by researcher Mihindukula Surya, Susantha Fernando, found that 3 of the city's main stupas were aligned with 3 stars in the Orion constellation. This astronomical precision extended beyond the stupas. Archaeologists discovered that Ranmasu Uyana, the park where Sakwala Chakraya sits, served as an astronomical calendar. Stone structures in the park were designed to track the positions of the sun and stars, marking the solar year and predicting important astronomical events. The question remains, how did Anuradhapura's ancient builders acquire such advanced knowledge? Their expertise wasn't limited to astronomy. The Anuradhapura region is also famous for its engineering marvels, including an advanced hydraulic system that provided water for agriculture, drinking, and royal gardens. This system, consisting of interconnected reservoirs, canals, and modern-style valve pits, is still considered a model for modern water management. With Sri Lanka facing the effects of climate change, researchers are looking to this ancient hydraulic system for solutions to current water management issues. During the empire's prominence from 377 BCE to 1017 CE, Anuradhapura became a hub of world knowledge, attracting scholars from as far as China and Kashmir. Visitors came to study texts and receive guidance from sages on subjects like science, engineering, agriculture, and philosophy. Interestingly, archaeological evidence suggests that a thriving settlement existed in Anuradhapura centuries before the empire officially began. This raises questions about the origins of this advanced civilization and how it acquired such profound knowledge. One possible clue lies in the great South Asian epic, the Ramayana. Composed between the 8th century BCE and the 3rd century CE, it tells the story of the Indian prince Rama and his battle with the evil king Ravana of Lanka. While Ravana is portrayed as the antagonist in the Ramayana, Sri Lankan sources view him differently, as an extraordinary leader of an advanced civilization. Ravana was said to be a scholar, inventor, and legendary scientist who wrote about medicine and astrology. According to legend, he possessed advanced technologies, including the Pushpaka Vimana, a flying machine described as a chariot resembling a bright cloud in the sky. Ravana's reign is said to have been one of great prosperity, with tales of even the poorest households eating from golden pots. For Sri Lankans, Ravana is not a mythical figure, but a real king who ruled thousands of years ago, around 7,000 years before the present day, according to the Ramayana. This raises the question, how could Ravana have had access to advanced technologies like flying machines, cures for diseases, and astronomical knowledge far ahead of his time? Some believe that the answers to these questions can be found at the incredible archaeological sites around Anuradhapura. One of the most famous of these is Sigiriya, a fortress built atop a 600-foot column of rock, located about 45 miles from Anuradhapura. Sigiriya was a marvel of ancient engineering, complete with a palace, landscaped gardens, and a massive pool. Archaeologists believe the fortress was in use at least 1,500 years ago, but the scale of the construction still baffles researchers. The builders of Sigiriya are said to have moved over 3 million bricks to the top of the rock, which seems impossible without modern technology. Additionally, the 90-foot-long water tank atop the rock was carved out of solid granite, and despite droughts or heavy rains, it never dries up or overflows. This engineering feat has baffled scientists, leading some to speculate about how the ancient builders could have achieved such precision with primitive tools. According to ancient Sri Lankan sources, Sigiriya was built by the gods as an impregnable fortress for King Ravana. In 1907, archaeologists discovered a massive picture gallery of paintings in the caves around Sigiriya. These paintings depicted figures emerging from clouds and carrying various objects, sparking theories that they might represent the gods or perhaps extraterrestrial visitors who helped Ravana build his fortress. The story of Sakwala Chakraya comes into play again when considering these legends. Some believe that the Stargate referenced in local myths was not just depicted in the carving, but was actually constructed at Sigiriya, allowing Ravana's visitors from the sky to travel to and from Earth. If these gods were extraterrestrial visitors, it might explain Ravana's advanced knowledge and technological capabilities, including the Pushpaka Vimana flying machine. About 60 miles from Sigiriya lies another intriguing site, Danigala Circular Rock, known to locals as Alien Mountain due to frequent UFO sightings. According to legend, Danigala was the site of Ravana's aviation headquarters, where he landed and launched his flying machines. Locals believe that the knowledge of flight Ravana possessed came from the visitors from the sky, and that Danigala served as a landing pad for their crafts. In modern times, hundreds of UFO sightings have been reported at Danigala, adding to its mystique. As research continues, the mystery surrounding Anuradhapura, Sigiriya, and Sakwala Chakraya deepens.